turn it off now if you don't want spoilers. How's it going, guys? ChrisPHD here, and welcome back to Tardistalk. I just want to say thank you ever so much for the support on the time fracture video that I posted a couple of weeks ago. You guys seem to love it, and I had an amazing time when I went because it was so good. It was brilliant. It was absolutely fantastic. This video in particular is for people that I'm not too sure whether they want to go to time fracture or not. Whether it's worth the money. It's going to contain a few spoilers, so if you don't want spoilers, I recommend switching the video off now, because I didn't mention any big spoilers in the last video, but this is for people who want a bit more of an insight. So if you do want spoilers, let's carry on. Well, time fracture should be pretty self-explanatory. There has been a fracture in time, which is causing multiple time periods to clash, and basically you are like submerged and you're right in the middle of it, pretty much. You start off in a crazy, wacky science lab, screens all the way around the room, and you've got videos of different landmarks, for example, and places in the world, but something's not quite right. For example, we saw the Eiffel Tower, and it was wobbling about. This is what's going on there. You could type on some of the computer screens on the tablets, and you could search in different countries, and it's very interactive. You can choose like Brazil, or like say France, or wherever you want, Germany. Type it in, and you get like a famous landmark from that country, and you see what's happened to it, like dinosaurs or whatnot. Yeah, it's madness. You got all these scientists running around, don't know what they're doing. There's this jumbling words that you got to try and remember. Some of them for later on in the mission. There's so many things you have to take on board when you're going, because they will ask you questions and they will want you to remember, what's going on. So you can refer back to it at a later date. But yeah, so what happens is, so you think it's just a lab as such, but then all of a sudden you get this big, like this breach. The TARDIS control panel comes down from the middle. It's like a massive circular room, so it comes down from the middle, and a Dalek breaks through the door, and oh my god, I was like, oh no! Everyone had to get on the floor, like everyone's been breached. You got to, survive for your life. You got to just, make sure you're not going to get shot. But after a little while, it goes again, and yeah, we continue on to the next room as such. So yeah, the massive time portals open up, sort of thing, and you get to go through it. A bit trippy, gotta say. It's just like these tunnels where it's dark, but you've got neon lights all the way around. Like, wherever you look, you can see bright light blue shining back at you. And the next part is just various different time periods. Like you have Leonardo da Vinci, you have the Kablam robots as well. You have various different time periods and various different villains from throughout Doctor Who, and it's pretty fun to see. And they haven't gone cheap either. It's the proper costumes, In our experience, I'll talk about what we experienced while we was there. So we went into a time period. It was the Elizabethan years, because Queen Elizabeth was there. But yeah, while all the group was crowded around, another cast member dragged myself, Bethany, and two others to a secret room. You have to open the wall, and you're going through another time period, and you have to get some information from and you meet another gentleman, and he gives you a receipt, pretty much, for a Kablam parcel delivery. So we're like, what do we do now? And you just have to work your way through the time fracture. You got cracks in the walls, which are the fractured parts where it divides the time periods and that. So you've got to squeeze through. And what we had to do is take the receipt to the Kablam office and talk to one of the guards, and we had to receive a box and bring it back to him. and in the box contained a USB, so which was pretty cool. He puts it in the machine, and we have the latest Doctor to be revealed from Series 12. Yeah, she's happens to be there. I'm not too sure whether she was actually. Well, I think she was actually present that day, but we didn't get to meet her ourselves because we was on the other side of the webcam as such. But it looked because you could see people like from the experience like standing behind her, so it looked like she was actually there. So if you go, you've got a chance of meeting her. But yeah, it was so good. You had, for example, like I say, like I said before, Leonardo da Vinci. We went into his room, into his little work office, and you have to go underneath a fireplace, which is pretty cool to get in there. And he's talking about the weeping angels. And he's also talking about the silence. Well, our silence comes up on the screen, which kind of scared him. So I mentioned this in the previous one. We had Brian the Ood. He was a pretty big factor of the storyline. I won't go into too much detail about the storyline, but yeah, it was a big deal. There was a part where we got chased out of the room by 2 Cybermen. Yeah, honestly, if you're a big Cyberman fan, you're going to love it. One of the modern day Cybermen, but also, if you're a fan of the classic era, Mondas Cyberman was there as well. So, best of both worlds, Not going to say what because that's a bit too much, I suppose. But, yes, I definitely recommend it. I can't stress enough. And soon, myself and Bethany we might be, I don't know, I've seen some other videos from the event, but we did an interview with the team, and it might be posted on Facebook or Instagram soon. If it is, I don't know whether I'm allowed to, but I want to kind of try and re-upload it on this channel so you can have a little look for yourself. Anyway, thank you ever so much for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, check out Time Fracture. You have to, you must, because it's so good. Alright, I've been ChrisPHD as always, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.